What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, over the last couple years, my absolute favorite video to shoot was my end of year top 5 bowling balls of the year video. It's a way to look back and really take a look at what my favorite balls are. This year, we're gonna take that up a notch. We're not gonna do the top 5, we're not gonna do the top 10. We're going to do the top 22 bowling balls of 2023. Well, damn, Lewis, why 22 balls? This year, there were 22 balls released between Storm, Rotogrip, and 900 Global, and we're gonna rank every single one of them. So guys, as always, if you like the jersey I'm wearing in this video or in any of my videos, coolwick.com, promo code Napoles10, that'll get you 10% off your entire order. Down below in the description, there's gonna be links where you can order any of the 22 bowling balls featured in today's video, and that's a direct way to help support the channel. And then more recently, my newer partnership that I've done with DH Lab. These ball spinners are absolutely amazing. Yeah, I've been in love with them ever since I started using them. They're really good for cleaning, really good for sanding, really good for just storing them in your house, make them look nice and pretty. There's gonna be an affiliate link down below in the description. It is a direct way to help support the channel, and I couldn't thank you guys enough. All right, so let's get some things out of the way real quick. Actually, before we get any of that, make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys, please. It's the best way, easiest way to help support the channel, and I would really appreciate it. I got big goals, and I can't do it without you guys. So real quick, this top 22 is strictly my opinion. There's no science-based why one is higher than the other. It's just how I feel, my opinion. My list is going to be different than yours, and I would love to hear what your guys' balls are. It's gonna be a long one, so strap in and let's get started. We're gonna start at number 22, which would be my least favorite ball that came out in 2023. We're talking about the TNT, the original TNT. It was a ball, like anytime a ball comes out that's too similar to a Phase 2, but it's not quite a Phase 2, I'm gonna automatically deduct it a little bit. And then it was a ball that really didn't let me play straight, and when I went to move in, it never saw it. And for those reasons, the TNT, unfortunately, was gonna be in my number 22 spot. Now, I think it could have been a better ball had I bowled on more patterns and I needed that strong rolly. It just wasn't it this year. So now coming in at the 21st spot, so my second least favorite bowling ball of the year, we're talking the Rotogrip Tour Dynamics. And when I first threw that ball, I had high hopes. I was thinking IQ Tour, that kind of realm, when in reality, it just wasn't it for me. I think maybe it had to do with how I drilled it, maybe. Not enough differential, really couldn't get that ball to hook. I tried it a few times in league, and it just never hooked. And so for those reasons, it came in at number 21. All right, now our number 20th ball of the year, for no fault of its own, I just never get into this realm of bowling ball. We are talking the Electrify BSY. It's not that it's not a good ball, because when I reviewed it, I thought it rolled great. I just never get into that low of a bowling ball. My rev rate's not that high to be getting into something that weak. So for those reasons, it came in at number 20. Now the ball coming in at number 19, again, for no fault of its own, it's a bowling ball that when I first reviewed it, I liked it. Just so many things have come out since this ball released. We're talking the Storm Revenant. Like I said, when I first reviewed it, I liked it. I thought it was a great ball. But there's been a couple releases that have come out this year that have just been better in the situations when I would like the Revenant. All right, now coming in at number 18, very similar to that Electrified BSY, we're talking about the Hustle RIP. I never get into a situation where I would need something that weak, and on the fresh, I don't really want to play that direct to the pocket. So for that reason, for those reasons, the Hustle RIP, which is going to shock a lot of you guys because a lot of people really like the RIP. Again, I just never get into something that weak. Not a bad ball, I just don't have a use for it. Now the number 17 ball on the list is actually one of the first balls that came out this year. We're talking the Storm Absolute. Now this is a ball that I like. I don't think it's a bad ball. It was just so situational for me. And it kind of feels like the Revenant, where it's a ball that's really good when I got to get left and shape it. But since the Absolute came out, there's been so many balls that fit my bag, my style of play that much better. And for those reasons, the Absolute came in at number 17. And guys, this list is tough to make. It's not easy to make this list. Coming in at number 16, we're talking the Rotogrip Clone. This ball, it was tough where I was gonna put this ball. If I was gonna put it super high, super low, it's a ball that when I threw it here at Samstown, if I bowled league at Samstown, the Clone would be top 10, maybe top 5, how good it rolls here. But when I bowled my league at South Point, it was way too quick down lane, way too clean through the fronts, hit it with surface and it hooked on my toes. And I didn't want to put it too low on the list because I do think it's a really good ball. And it's just where I bowl that determined where I was going to put this ball, the Clone, on my list. All right, now coming in at number 15, this one might surprise a lot of you guys. I'm talking the Rotogrip TNT Infused. Now, if this ball, if the year would have ended a month ago, I think the Infused would have been top 5, no questions asked. There was just a couple releases that came out after the Infused that are better for me, that I use way more. And then for those reasons, the Infused ended up dropping all the way down to number 15. Now, the next ball on my list, again, very similar to the Electrify and the Hustle RIP. We're talking the Rotogrip Hustle M&M. Now, I don't use the Hustle M&M just like I don't use the Hustle RIP, but when I reviewed that M&M, I thought that ball was the absolute stone cold nut. I just never get into, I just never get into that low into my bag that I need to throw a Hustle. Now, coming in at 13, we have the Rotogrip Duo. I thought that this bowling ball was really, really good. Very clean through the fronts, boomy. It was everything like what the Zen was when it first came out. Again, there's a couple balls that came out after the Duo that just made me not really throw it as much. But when I did throw it, man, that was a good one. Number 13, the Rotogrip Duo. Now coming in at number 12, this one, man, the beginning of the year, you guys know, I threw this ball like wildfire. We're talking the Storm DNA. I loved the motion that this DNA provided. For a strong asymmetrical solid, it was clean enough through the fronts, produced a nice, distinguished shape down lane. But like a lot of the balls lower on this list, as other balls came out that filled those kind of roles a little bit better for my game, the DNA kind of dropped a little bit, in favor. Now we're gonna get into the number 11 ball, the bubble one that just missed the top 10. We're talking the 900 Global Zen Gold Label. Now this is actually a little bit of a shocker because when I first drilled the Gold Label in that initial review, the footage you're looking at right now, I didn't love it. I thought that it was way too clean, way too jumpy down lane. But as I got more and more shots with the Gold Label, as I went to it more and more and more, it was a ball that I really liked. And to this day, if I'm bowling a tournament, especially here at Samstown, that Gold Label is more than likely going to be in the bag. All right, here we are. We are in the top 10, the top 10 bowling balls of 2023. Coming in at number 10, we have the 900 Global Eternity. This ball is good. I don't throw it as much anymore, but when I did throw it, man, this ball was clean through the fronts, bunch of pop down lane, and then because it is an asymmetrical core, I wanted to read the middle. And that's an issue that I have with those balls that are really clean, that they never read the middle, and if you miss, it's ugly. The Eternity was absolutely not that ball. And for those reasons, it came in at my number 10 ball of the year. Coming in at number 9, this was a tough one. Very, very, very tough because it's a ball that as of the time of recording hasn't even been released yet. I'm recording this on December the 13th and it comes out on the 15th. We're talking the Storm IQ-U. And the reason, I kind of wanted to put it just smack dab in the middle because it really doesn't matter that the ball hasn't come out yet. It's a urethane ball. And if you're bowling tournaments, you have to have this ball. And I couldn't justify not putting it in my top 10. It's a really good urethane ball. And if you're bowling regionals, you have to have urethane. And so it just made sense to put it just inside my top 10, coming in at number 9, the IQ 78U. All right, here we go. Number 8. In my opinion, number 8 is the single most underrated bowling ball that came out this year, the Storm Summit. And I think the reason it was so underrated is because it didn't come out like in the middle of the tour season, so you didn't get to see a lot of pros throwing it. I think that if this ball would have been better looking, but I think that if it would have been a ball that released during the PBA season, I think that you would have seen a lot more of these balls go down the lane, a lot more of these balls get sold in the pro shops, and I, for one, was a huge fan of the Summit. All right, coming in at number 7 as the best asymmetrical solid that released in 2023, the 900 Global Eternity Pi. It does everything that I loved about the DNA, but better. And for you, maybe the DNA might be a better ball, but for me, the Eternity Pi is just really, really good at hooking here and not hooking a ton down there. And that's what you need, or that's what you're looking for out of that big asymmetrical solid. All right, coming in at number 6, in my opinion, this bowling ball here, number 6, is the best bowling ball that released in 2023. And you're probably wondering why I'm not putting it at number 1 and I'm putting it at number 6. It's because it doesn't release for another 2 days. And I just couldn't justify putting it in the top 5 when the vast majority of people watching this video have not thrown this ball yet. I'm talking the 900 Global Sublime. My opinion, it is the best ball that came out this year. But just because I've had it for a month doesn't mean that a lot of you guys probably haven't even thrown it yet. But just you know that if this ball would have came out a month ago, it would have been number 1. Best ball that came out this year, hands down. But now we're gonna get into the top 5, okay? I kind of wonder, do you guys kind of know which balls are left? You know, coming in at number 5 for me is the IQ Tour Ruby. Now, I haven't really thrown the Ruby a whole lot this year, or in the last couple months, but I won 2 tournaments this year. Both of those tournaments that I won were with an IQ Tour Ruby. And for those reasons, it just had to be in my top 5. It's the ball that I made the most amount of money with this year. It's a ball that I really like on the fresh, keep it in front of me. It's an IQ, it's R2S Pearl, it's red. How can it not be in the top 5? Now coming in at number 4, we're talking the Storm Vibo Virtual Energy Blackout. It is a strong, asymmetrical pearl bowling ball, gets through the fronts, booms down lane, takes the surface really well. It is just such a good and versatile bowling ball. It's a solid color, so you know it's gonna roll good. For those reasons, the Vibo is my number 4 bowling ball on this list. Now, every bowling ball that you've seen so far, from number 22 to number 4, I'm showing you clips of the original ball review. But for the top 3, I'm gonna actually get on the lanes and show you guys current shots. These are balls that I still throw a ton. So we're gonna do that right now. So the shots you're gonna be looking at now coming up are shots that I'm throwing today. Coming in at number 3, drum roll please. Storm Journey. This ball is single-handedly responsible for knocking the Ruby down, for knocking the Zen Gold label down, for knocking the Clone down, the Absolute down, the Revenant down. The Storm Journey is my absolute favorite bowling ball to get left, throw right, when the lanes are hooking a lot, when I need something to clear the fronts, I need something to boom down lane. That combination of F8 core with the TX16 Pearl is just chef's kiss. Shout out to Belmo. You absolutely hit a home run with the Journey. All right, 2 balls left on the list. And what I do like about this list is that my number 1, 2, and 3 ball are all 3 different brands. So that's a good thing. Coming in at number 2, Rotogrip Magic Gem. Now, me saying that, now you should automatically know what number 1 is. But the Magic Gem, God, I cannot say enough good things about the Magic Gem. since I've drilled it, I have thrown it in league maybe 9-10 weeks in a row now, where this ball is just absolute, the stone cold nut. If it has a lot of surface, it's very early, very rolly, very smooth. You hit it with like 3,000 or 4,000, it really wants to get up down lane, very versatile. And I don't usually use the word versatile with bigger asymmetric balls, but the Roto-Grip Magic Gem is literally magic. Could have very easily been the #1 ball on the list, but here we are. #1 ball of 2023, 900 Global Exponent. Now, it's not because I'm on staff with 900 Global. One reason why the Exponent is #1, or actually 856 reasons why the Exponent is #1. This year, as you guys hopefully know, or maybe not know, I'll try to link the video, I shot my highest series ever with the Exponent. I went 299 with a 7-pin, 258, 299 with a 7-pin. 900 Global Exponent. I think it's the ultimate benchmark ball. Very comparable to me to the Phase 2. Maybe the Exponent's a little bit weaker, a little bit smoother down lane when compared to a Phase 2, but I put it in that echelon. And in my opinion, it's the best ball we came out with this year. Definitely the best ball in the 900 Global lineup of bowling balls. So here we are. We got to the top 22 balls of 2023. What do you guys think? Are you surprised by some of the balls that were maybe a little bit too low, maybe a little bit too high? What are you thinking? Let me know down below in the comments. And guys, this isn't the last video in 2023, but it's close. It's close. I just want to say thank you guys. Seriously, especially if you're still watching this super long video. From the bottom of my heart, my wife Kalina, my son Oliver, myself, we thank you. Thank you for making this year an unbelievable year for me on YouTube. And I know that next year is going to be even better because I'm going to work that much harder. You're not going to see any YouTuber work as hard as I'm going to work in 2024. And that's because of you guys. I love each and every single one of you, even the trolls. You guys know who you are. I love you guys. Every single one of you. Every single one of you. Thank you. Happy New Year.